Welcome to the topic on creating circles and arcs. In this tutorial, you will learn various options to create circles and arcs. You can draw a circle in AutoCAD using a number of options. When you click on the circle command at the drop panel, you will see a flyout wherein these options are displayed. Out of these options, the center radius is the most frequently used one. So I'll click on the center radius. It will ask you for the center point. The center point can be defined using any of the point definition methods. So I'll click on this node as the center point. Now it will ask you for the radius. I'll give 30 units as the radius. Next, I'll draw a circle using center diameter method. Now I'll choose center diameter from this flyout and I'll define the center point using absolute coordinates. I'll give 140,50 as a center point. Now it is asking for the diameter. I'll give a diameter of 50 units. And this circle is drawn with the center diameter method. Next, we will see 2 point. This option is used to construct a circle passing through any 2 points defined by the user. Suppose if I want to construct a circle passing through this node as well as through this node. So I've got such a circle connecting these 2 nodes. You can also give precise values to draw such a circle. I'll click on 2 point again and I'll pick on the first point on the circle here. Suppose if I want the diameter of the circle to be 60 units, I can define the second point using relative coordinates method. I'll give @60, 0. So the second point is defined 60 units horizontally rightward with respect to the first point. Now I'll pan the screen to make some space over here. Now let's try 3 point option. 3 point is similar to 2 point and AutoCAD creates a circle passing through the 3 points defined by the user on the screen. I'll choose 3 point. I'll pick first point, second point, and depending upon where you specify the third point, AutoCAD automatically adjusts the position of the circle in such a way that it passes through the 3 points. Suppose if I specify a point which is almost in line with the first 2 points, you might sometimes think that you have drawn a line instead of a circle. Let's see what has actually happened. Just double tap the scroll wheel of the mouse to get a zoom extents. Now you can see that this is a circle you have actually drawn. When you zoom in, you can see the points enlarged. Just give region command to regenerate the display. This was a circle you have actually drawn. Now I'll undo the operations I have done. Next, I'll make a square. So I'll click on the rectangle command. I'll pick my first corner here and click on dimension option and give 100 for the length and 100 for the width. Next, I'll go to 3 point option and pick the first point, second point and third point at the midpoint of the sides. This is how you inscribe a circle inside a square using the 3 point option. I'll pan the display some more to make some space and I'll create 2 lines by picking points. The next option to construct circle is tan radius. Using this option, you can construct a circle tangential to any 2 existing objects. When I take this option, I'll get a prompt that is specify a point on the object for the first tangent of the circle. That means I want the circle to be tangential to this line. Then it will ask you for the second object, which is this line. Now you are prompted for the radius. I'll give 55 units as the radius. This particular circle is tangential to these 2 lines. In other words, you can say these 2 lines are tangents to the circle. And how will you define the tangency between the line and a circle? At the contact point, the radial line will remain perpendicular. The next option to construct a circle is called tan. Using this option, you can construct a circle tangential to any 3 existing objects. In order to demonstrate this, I'll draw 3 circles using center radius option and I'll choose tan option. So it will ask you for the first object, second and third objects. The moment you pick these 3 objects, you will get a unique circle which is tangential to these 3 circles. And how will you define the tangency between 2 circles? For that, I'll draw a line from this center to this intersection to this center. Now you can see that the radial lines passing through the contact point are collinear, means it will lie along the same straight line. So that's all about the options to construct circles. Next we will move on to arcs. Arcs are nothing but portions of circles. In AutoCAD you can create an arc either by trimming or breaking a circle, or you can create it directly. To create an arc, you can use a number of options. As you can see here, you can use start point, end point, center point, radius, second point, included angle, chord length, and direction. But at a time, you don't need all these options. You can use any 3 out of these 8 options and you can construct an arc using the available parameters. Combination of all these options are available in this menu. Simplest of all these options is 3-point. That means if you can specify 3 points, 1, 2 and 3, you can create an arc. And these points can be specified using any of the point definition methods which we have discussed before. I'll show you another example using start point, center point, end point. I can define the start point, center point as well as the end point. Depending upon where I pick my endpoint, I'll get a corresponding arc. If I choose start point, end point and direction, for example, I can pick the start point and end point and I can show a proper direction. Depending upon where I point, I'll get the bulge of the arc in that particular direction. Another example is start point, end point, included angle. I can pick start point, end point, and if I want to construct a semicircle, I should give an included angle of 180 degrees. Rest of the options are very simple and you can try these options on your own. If I click on continue, I can draw an arc from the endpoint of the most recently drawn arc. Again click on continue to continue drawing arcs. This option will be particularly useful to construct irregular shapes. In this tutorial, we have learned various options to create circles and arcs. In the next video, we will see methods to achieve precision in AutoCAD.